これが俺の最高地点だ。
Seeing her online, she's getting back to popular. Yeah.
And people are playing for this.
That's why I've been seeing her a lot for the heroine battle. Like she's resurfacing a lot. Like I've seen a lot of deck on like big.
What about OP15? OP15?
No. OP15 is all about her right there.
There's a couple other decks.
Yeah. The NL is very popular.
Yeah.
And I think it's still Boa, Nami, and yellow Luffy.
Okay.
The new yellow Luffy with
nice.
the new Zoro.
Yeah, heal. Why not? Just heal. Heal for life.
Yeah.
Heal for life.
That's the curve.
Take that, go in second.
Carlo?
So maybe you do want to go second.
Sis? Very funny. Ça dérange si je peux allumer mon mat?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a super quick deck, but it's also like, if you get the curve, like if you get the right cards, it's super aggressive. I roll? Fire. Alright.
John? 70. Yep.
No trigger.
I'll do lead effect.
Let's see what's priced.
Plus.
Activate main.
Nine face? Yeah, 7 cartes en main?
5 to...
Après ça, les ventes de Rosemary. Je peux pas évoluer comme un peu.
8 cartes en main? Ouais. Joueur?
Seasonal Gavice. Pour un Rosemary.
Do you mind if I leave it?
Yeah.
Je vais jouer sur le site. Je vais attaquer son habilité. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62.
beaucoup de cartes en main. Puis t'as un Nami qui sont là.
Yep.
Ça.
But the way against Castelli, yeah, the way it's as if he hasn't seen you in a while. And it was the first time I saw you. So I'm just
C'est ce que... T'as joué 2, t'es à 5 en main? Ouais. À 6 feet?
Yep. He gains rush. After the game, minus 1,000 to lead.
Leader effect.
Alright. Rest 2. Minus 3,000. I'll attack 8,000 lead. And minus 1. I mean, minus 1,000. So you're at minus 2. 7 to lead. These are, yeah. So minus 1 when he comes in, and then when he has over 7,000 and he
C'est
attacks
ta main
minus 1.
chaque tour.
Yeah, for the whole turn.
Don't avance 2, come on. Bounce back in the hand.
C'est toi qui me la bounce. Non, t'as pas bounce ça.
Non mais...
Tu peux la bounce back.
Yeah.
Seven and 100.
And 5. He's at 2. Okay.
5 lead. Trash? Yeah.
Six. Yep.
Drop.
C'est là qui m'a cherché trop d'énergie.
Next round I'll be at
Vas-y. Good. 13. 8 plus 5. Plus 5. T'en mets au complet?
Ok.
Passe.
minus 1,000, 12,000 liters.
Not a bad top deck. Not a bad top deck.
8,000 liters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that minus 7.
Sure. 8. Liter?
Alright, so you need, so you have 4,
11.
5, 6,
11's okay.
6, 7,
Yeah.
so 8,
Drop.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, you're good. And then I'll just do lead to 5,000.
You know what? I think I'll check.
It's alright.
Yeah, lead down.
Je vais essayer de...
So, trigger. Can't believe you survived that dress.
Like that, what did I do?
Good job. That last turn, I thought it was good to go.
Good too?
I should have zero effect, right? I have to start.
J'ai.
Giving you cards in hand to play plus play.
No, it's because she has a feature.
Yeah.
C'est fort pour la.
So this is the KO one, right?
So that one's a KO. So I hadn't pulled him on you. I was gonna, I could KO anything underneath 3,000. Yeah. 3,000 or less. But then with her effect, like, everyone was.
KO everything.
Got the main
And you're playing this for.
No, just for an alpha. I'm building the green mihawk. I like a few cards left.
good news.
The mihawk is not too bad. Right now, the one.
Non mais je regarde l'autre, ça sent, ça arrête pas, là, ça met giant qui...
Ah, non, je veux dire 7 en main. Ah, ok. Si tu comptais. T'avais l'air de compter
Yeah,
les mêmes
and then
choses.
there's the Zoro blocker that came back. He went up now, he's like 23 each.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
9 life? Red life? Yep. 6 dawns in hand. Yep.
Someone is like what, 10?
I think I saw somebody was 7 bucks. One of the 21 each. Hey. I was sure on the run I had, but then I forgot that you forgot to block, but I had put so much on it. He has a block.
I was like, wait, I have
Yeah.
Did you say this was the first game? Or
Mais il y a des carrés dedans.
try to...
Too greedy. Did you really fix it?
C'est drôle, je joue mon deck, il se bat.
You said
Je sais pas,
lethal, but
c'est drôle, je fais pas juste pas.
you said if I lethaled it out and had the mihawk reset for 8 and 8 plus swing, compare to that.
Avant d'attaquer.
I haven't picked it up yet, so like, so much fun.
Yes.
Yep.
It released. There's some cards that are good, right? One card where you have it on the field, you can cheat out. You play out a song. You can cheat out a high cost.
How much is the hit?
C'est comme un des choses comme un mort pour que
Now, when you play this monster card, like it's cheated out.
dans la phase de retreat.
That's the thing. Every day. And every time like there's like now open 15 gonna come out. Yeah, there's like except the Rebecca that pretty much loses every week. I think other than that, every deck has potential. Maybe the Brooks too, I think you need to know how to play it. Because the Brooks is like trash. Yeah. But I think like the top three are going to be the Luffy, the Lucci, and the... 6 dons. So it's the card is by the rule of the game you're only allowed 6. So you're only allowed 6 dons the whole game. But so let's say you start your game. Starting second round, your active game is 4 exhausted. So after the second round, you're already at 6.
Oh, okay.
So you ramp up like really fast. Yeah. But then every round it's like you use and then you activate main and get back to work exhaust. So every activation. So pretty much every round you're back to 6.
So you can play out all this, and then minus the dawn.
Moi j'ai l'aide à casser chez moi.
4 exhaust back.
From
And then the big hitters are like, a lot of people are using the Dokusanji, the 6. The 6, because you can't use more than 6.
Same with the blockers.
Yeah. But I think that one's gonna be popular. I think there's already, they were saying, for the OP15, there's already been, on the sim, there's already been like 33,000 sims for the NEWGATE. So people are gonna play him. The yellow Luffy.
Lights.
Because it's Skyline Shot. Yeah, I think so, yeah. I think he's
I'm trying to build out yellow Luffy. All you need is
yeah, the new Nami is released with electricity.
skip it.
Sure. Draw 2 charge.
Hikunojo.
Like, just I think we're saying that yellow Luffy, if you want to build like full out with the regular base card, it's like 500 bucks. That's all the regular, that's not no all cards.
Leader ability. That one.
Luckily, I saw a lot of SD20. So it's like, okay, just white 2 break.
Oh non, il y a eu un bloqueur après. Puis j'ai fait l'erreur de mettre toutes mes bombes. Pas toutes, mais genre la majorité de mes bombes pour l'appliquer, mais ça, il m'a eu avec son bloqueur. Après ça, il avait gardé toutes ses cartes. Donc il avait assez pour défendre toutes. And then I was done. Got me good at the end. Yeah.
4 or 5K.
Yeah, you were lucky because just when I hit with like 9, and you had -2, you were able to defend. But that's good. That's the thing with this deck though, it's fast paced, it attacks well. But the thing is, it's so attacked that you have nothing to defend. So like, because every time you wanna use your name,
C'est du coup ce que t'as dans les mains.
you can't work with it. Exactly. So then a lot of times your counters go trash. And then you have like a few yellow triggers, but none of them are gonna, because that's why I want it, because one of the cards I use is
Even when you saw me, I was like,
yeah. Use this. So when he triggers, so when he triggers out, so like what I wanted is when you attack, I wanted him to trigger for me to get to the line. That's open field, and on trigger he just plays his own field. So that was, I was hoping for a trigger, and then you're blocking out, and then I had all the cards.
how many of them?
I might remove 2 of my cards and then play 4. Because I think he's sneaky good if you have him with triggers. I use
But he was using. He would play patient. He would build up
and then play the game. Yeah.
with the game. Someone just knocked it. And then he just.
The thing is, the deck is just if it doesn't keep being patient, not patient enough. Because if you're too patient, you're screwed. Because they're small cards. It's the leader ability that runs them up. And most of them in my deck are like 3,000-4,000.
Yeah. Two of them.
Yeah. So you trash one, and then
Oh,
you get
ça dépend vraiment ce que t'as dans les mains.
plus 3,000. So it's an early deck, but then if you get in the late game, your opponent
don't like
usually. So you have to like try to destroy before. This one too, whenever you're stuck, this one too is not too bad because you're usually left with, if you have less than 4 cards, and you add one down, you get plus 2,000, so then he goes at 3, so he goes at 7,000, and then you activate main, you put 3, he's at 10,000 for a 3, so you put 3 times. That one I like too.
Well, ask him just to make sure that
Yeah, P40.
What's up? Go for it.
They're still cheap though, like I bought 4.
If it triggers on his turn,
Yeah.
he can't trigger the light because it just adds to him. He's not taking damage.
Is it who took the like?
because I killed his blocker.
Is Boa take an on the Boa leader? Does it say damage or take a life?
No, add a card to your
No,
hand.
no, it's not. It's
Yeah,
not
you can't
damage.
trigger.
No trigger.
Je vais montrer la main, c'est facile. Tu montes ta main, I know what to do. I just have to gamble on what you have in your hand, basically.
I used to play Star Wars Unlimited.
C'est sûr qu'on peut pas gamble sur ça.
It's fun, but it's
So
very
annoying.
strategic because you play with like you have 2 types of characters. So you have in space and then you have ground. But then ground can't attack space and space can't attack ground. So if you're building like a space deck and the guy is in ground, you can't defend. So you have to deck on. It's very strict.
Did they add that like
Yeah, I think so.
I started Gundam also.
C'est moi qui take.
But I honestly prefer. I think One Piece is more fun. Yeah, I feel like it's more fast paced. The story actually go like this. I actually I think it's more like a good thing. 35 more minutes or more. Because bases have like us for example we have like 4 lights. Like a base has 30 lights. And you have to destroy them. Except your big cards, most of them have like 2-3 damage. So 2-3 damage on 30. You have to wrap up. Yeah. Yeah. It's always Vader. First stroke, it's pretty much. Because then first stroke, it's if you get lucky on your curve, first stroke, it's let's say your leader is Vader, and then it costs less to release the first stroke, and then it's just minus 4,000, minus 4,000, minus 4,000. Yeah.
Oh, tu joues Zeus.
And even like the.
C'est comme moi, le gars il a plus de Nojiko.
When he gets like just activated,
Zeus comes out. And what
you can remove 6 HP, so 6,000 HP to anybody on the field. So you can control. So let's say for example we're gonna like a 2,000 one time you can go 2, 1, 2, and then you kill like 3 in one shot.
I know. Same.
Yeah. But like the deck is like 150.
T'as pas joué de Robin this game, did you? Moi non plus. No Robin, just one.
Yeah.
Ah, just one? Ah, moi j'en ai joué un. Toi t'en as pas joué.
Like one of the decks, it's long gone. Had like the lore and everything. That's cool. The game, I was playing I was scared it was going to be
So now I
11?
Star Wars a bit. I like the face of this one.
C'est soit ça ou c'est soit l'autre. C'est 8 cartes en 1. Ah, 8 down.
Which one? Yeah, absolutely. I think that's what I'm still learning.
13.
They released a lot of cards.
13, c'est cool.
EB03 just came out. They're releasing OB15. A lot of them.
Ça c'est 11, hein?
Yep.
15. I think it's supposed to be a
Global release, and then in April they're also, I think OP1 to OP4 is going to be illegal in regionals and rotating up. So at least it's going to be like removal of like a few leaders.
A lot of cards.
Yeah, a lot of cards. Yeah. I think that's more also for like the regionals and stuff. It's everything from OP1 to OP4 and then starting deck 1 to starting rotating up. That's all. Because starting 1 to 10, I think it's still OP 1 to 4.
Les autres, t'as des options. C'est quand même assez intéressant que t'as des options aussi. J'ai vu ça. C'est ton corps.
But like I told you before, like, I want to build a complete body. So I might get her starter because her starter is $20 and so for 40 you have a good starter base. No, they're not bad. But now it's yellow. It's yellow dominant. I like playing yellow. I like green. I like playing green. Yellow is just because it's better with all the triggers. The triggers are not good.
J'ai pas fait les deux. That's one of other Thriller Bark. All you hear is yellow player.
Maybe in turn, the triggers as soon as you remove one of the lights.
You know how leader is like a free swing all the time? You hear you're like,
Yeah, exactly. We're done well. Yeah, you better. Il y avait un purple deck, il y avait un red deck. Et just second round, il y avait genre red done.
Parce que
Vous autres, parce que vous êtes tous jaune bleu.
Si t'avais joué 3 one hit en deux, je pensais pas que tu l'avais.
c'est fait.
J'avais Robin, survivant de tour.
T'avais quoi d'autre en. C'est quoi?
Ça, je pense que je viens de le prendre.
C'est correct, c'est correct.
J'avais juste.
T'avais un Nojiko puis un Gravity Blade?
Il y a le Gravity Blade, je viens de le prendre de leader.
J'avais peur que t'en mettes 2 secondes pour ça.
Bon, il était dans la life.
Oh yeah. Parce que mon autre play c'était jouer Gecko.
C'est ça que j'avais peur, mais je me suis dit, si tu joues Gecko,
C'est une chose, tu me tuais pas.
Parce que j'ai
J'avais
mon-
ça dans life. T'aurais le NEWGATE encore.
j'aurais le NEWGATE, c'est ça qui est top.
Ok, check. Je mets le Senju. J'avais déjà calculé. Je stack le Senju. Le Kumoshi.
Ok.
Joue ton tour. J'ai le Red Rock, je pense. J'avais le Red Rock.
Fait que tu joues vite, tu fais quoi avec les deux autres runs?
Attachment leader, puis passe. Je garde un.
Yeah. J'avais Zeus. Ça, je l'avais pick up.
Sure. Ça aurait été vrai. Ça, tu sais pas. Je restack
Yeah.
comme ici. Si tu jouais Kid, je perdais. Genre live.
Non, j'avais pas de kid,
Ouais.
puis j'en joue 4.
Ouais. Oh, t'en joues 4? Holy shit. Moi, je pensais que t'en jouais 2,
Non,
genre.
j'en joue 4.
4, c'est crazy.
So, je peux faire. Je peux faire 11, 11, 13.
Sure.
11, 12, 13.
Sure.
C'est ça mon maximum. Dans One, j'aurais assumé que t'aurais le unblockable.
Sure.
Parce que justement, t'as hésité.
J'ai un
fait
down
que
au
c'était
point.
genre-
Sure. Which makes sense.
Yeah. Alors c'est ça, j'avais pas de swing avec pudding et après unblockable, tu swing tout.
Oh, for sure. So tu dois le leader faire.
Yeah.
It was a hit.
Tu fais crit, ça die. Je suis bien.
Oui. Sinon,
Mais t'as pas kill.
ici ce qui
Which
est
are
top,
the
c'est que j'aurais même pas. Robin serait rough parce que même là, c'est ça. Je pense que je serais vraiment allé.
My DD deck.
J'ai mal calculé. J'ai mal fait mon math. J'ai mal fait le math. Quand j'ai vu voir ça, je pensais que je survivais ça.
I really like the ability.
J'ai calculé que je survivais un hit.
Yeah.
Et là, j'ai fait 11, je suis good. J'ai quand même
Yeah,
calculé.
yeah. Her thing is crazy because
So j'ai mis
you can literally like
Puis
bring in
si je
card
fais
into oh that card brings another card.
11,
Oh okay.
12,
Rush.
13,
Yeah.
ok.
Yeah.
13, je survivais pas. J'aurais quand même le 12.
Yeah.
I see it.
Le combat je sais que c'est là. Je ne trigger pas, puis je le prends comme
I
ça.
was able to combo for
J'ai misplay. C'était ça mon seul play. This was not even valid.
on the same because her combo was just at the right spot because she's good. I like her combos, but like that putting a thing.
Si t'avais un blocker, mais sans pas vraiment
I think the putting is good, especially if you're
Marco, c'était un option.
Ok.
because if you're ramping
Shit
up,
option.
Ouais.
C'est genre c'était comme mon troisième option. C'était soit Red Rock ou Gecko.
Yeah.
Mais Gecko,
so I'm
by the way,
building,
le Red
I'm
Rock,
building Vivi and
je l'ai
Mihawk.
pigé dans le top deck. Puis là, j'ai hésité.
Both of them
Yeah.
are
Because my play was Gecko, puis j'ai pigé Red Rock. Puis là, j'étais comme, fuck, is Red Rock an option?
and Vivi missing 10 cards.
Yeah, Gecko était meilleur.
You need
100%.
four of the Vivis.
Gecko, je perdais juste à Kill.
Yeah.
Mais j'avais mal calculé le max. Que je faisais. J'ai calculé 11-11. Je faisais 11-11.
Yeah, I think Vivi.
J'ai 4 down.
Il a fait 11-13.
But what she does is
Ah, parce que t'as 2.
it's,
Oh, t'as fait 13.
it's a 5 cost.
2 kills, 8, 3, 8, 5 avec
Yeah, EB.
2 dans le kit puis 8 dans le cedar.
So she's a 5/4 blocker.
Oh shit, t'es à 13. Le kid était à 9.
Ouais, c'est un angle qui est
From your hand, you can play 1 fuse 5 count. So for 5 dons, you play 10 dons.
C'est pour ça que j'ai joué kit sur lui.
Kid est 90 power.
Well, then you have, well, so what you do with her, especially, you put her, block her, then you put her blocker, then you bring in another.
Avec les 8 dans le kit.
You put your leader ability, give rush. So then you have a blocker and a card you can rush with. So that's
J'avais
it.
calculé 11.
But then if you combo her with the Nami, so then the Nami you activate main, give minus 1,000, and she has rush, and she's a 5/7. So she's hitting for 7,000, and she removed the 1,000.
Moi, j'ai mal calculé le max. J'ai fait 9 plus 3, ça fait 11. Mais c'est good. I was wrong.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
My math was wrong.
So
Quand je faisais des maths,
she gets hit,
j'ai mal
trash
j'ai mal
one,
calculé.
then she can get hit.
Ouais, mon seul option, Red Rock was
So
not
you
even
can
an
use her
option.
2 times.
J'ai mal math. C'est bon, puis
I think she
Mais maintenant, je pense que j'aurais swing à faire quand même.
15, she won't be as
Si j'aurais joué Newgate, Gecko,
But I think she'll come back.
Gecko,
Because I think she's
ça c'était mon maximum.
pour vrai, Red Rock was a mistake. This was 100% mon mistake.
Yeah.
Mais Gecko was the only play que j'étais supposé de faire.
Yeah.
The thing that hurts her is because they put her
T'aurais
slash.
Robin?
Mais ça dépend parce que si je prends la vie, j'ai kill.
Je sais. Mais j'ai plus de down pour swing.
Yeah, so it might it's plus 1,000 to me.
Je swing pas. T'aurais pas pris le last
So,
side. Si je joue
so
Gecko.
Mihawk is card.
Parce que j'avais une
As
Robin
soon as you
puis
play
j'aurais
another
fait
slasher,
une gain
you're now at
j'aurais pas pu.
6,500.
Mais t'aurais dû jouer Robin puis go 2, passe. Swing, passe.
So if you have a slash,
T'aurais deux
Mihawk
lives.
is 6K to
Sinon,
hold.
j'aurais Robin et NEWGATE. Mais là, t'aurais
Because it's
Red
like
Rock,
best
NEWGATE.
in the
Ouais.
world.
Je swing
So
avec
his
les
ability is
Red
like,
Oh, ouais.
so the whole thing you're a 6K leader, but with 4 life instead of 3. Yeah.
I'm gonna open 5 packs. These are the packs I got for finishing 6th place. I normally don't open my packs on videos because I get lazy, I forget, whatever the case. So I'm gonna open them today. Hopefully I get something good. So let's start for first pack. Kumasi, NEWGATE, Killer, Sindri, Monster, Trafalgarlaw. Okay, I got a secret Mihawk. That's not bad so far. We got one hit. Let's see what we get. What else we get? Let's see what else we get. This Bonnie, Orgs, Apu, Queen, and okay, that's it. That was pack number 2. Let's go for pack number 3. I've been playing a lot of Nami lately. It's been very enjoyable. I don't play yellow normally, so playing yellow was a bit more fun, hitting triggers off of life and just winning the game because you get to play out bodies off of life and Zoro and okay, I got Nami SR. I can't complain about that. Nami SR is pretty good. Nami SR is pretty good. Oh, I did not like how I opened this pack. Come on, buddy. Okay. Mice, Vista, Kamazo, Bullet String, Gecko, Moria, Odin, Ever White? Really? Okay. Last pack. Let's go to the manga in here. One secret Mihawk, one manga Mihawk. Easy stuff, right? Kinemon, NEWGATE, Zala, Senior Pink, Fist, Porsche, Rindo, Chu, Shakuyaku, Sugar, all along. That's it. So 5 packs, 2 hits. That was about it. Yeah, typical 5 packs. Thanks, guys. Peace. All right, let's talk about Blue Yellow Nami. I played this deck at local. The deck is insanely strong. Probably the most expensive deck in the meta right now. Let's talk about the leader first, I guess. Once per turn, when a card is removed from yours or your opponent's life, if you have 7 or less cards in hand, draw a card. That effect is so strong, but people always forget it, including myself. So you need to rep a couple times with the deck before getting the hang of it, that every time your opponent takes a life or whether you take a life during your turn, you get to draw an additional card, which is really huge. And the other effect is, during your opponent's turn, if your leader has a Dawn attached to it, you may trash 1 card from your hand, and this leader becomes 2,000 plus 2,000 power for the rest of the turn. So it becomes a 7k power leader for the rest of your opponent's turn. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. That's the leader. Let's get into the deck. We play 4 Searcher, which is Will You Be My Servant, the Searcher event, which is activate main if your leader is Nami. Look at top 4 cards of your deck. Reveal 1 card with a cost of 2 to 8. Add it to your hand. Then place the rest at the bottom of your deck. Pretty straightforward. The trigger activates main of the Searcher effect. You have a lot of targets. This helps you draw your curve really well. It's a must 4. You cannot play less than that. 4 Girl promo. This card jumped up in price ridiculously because of this deck. On play, draw 1, discard 1. Activate main once per turn. You may give 1 rested Dawn to your Nami leader. This helps you when you play on curve. Because Nami wants to go first. Generally, you want to go first unless you want to take your opponent's curve and go second. For example, against Emu, they want to go second, so you take second from them. But since you're going first, sometimes your curve, the cards are 5 Dawns. For example, the 5 cost Nami, it's a 5 Dawn card that consumes all your Dawns, so you don't have a leftover Dawn to attach to your leader to trigger the second effect. My example was Nami was wrong because Nami attached a Dawns, but for your 7 Dawn turn when you play Robin, that's a scenario where you have to consume your 7 Dawns and you don't have any Dawns attached on your leader. So the girl helps to do that, and also it's additional aggression that you get with your leader because you have an additional Dawn on your leader every turn. For Kikunojo, because the trigger is insane and it combos really well with other cards. Kikunojo's trigger is if your opponent has 3 or less life, play this card. On KO, if your opponent has 3 or less life, add 1 card from the top of your deck to your life. So 4 costs, 6k power. Really strong vanilla stat line, and the trigger is really strong to be able to cheat out a body from your life. The new card from EB03 that is busted, 5 cost Nami. This card's ridiculously expensive too. On play, give 1 rested Dawn to your leader. So Nami gets their attached on, which is awesome. Then if your opponent has 3 or more life, they add 1 card from the top of your life to their hand. And also on KO, you may turn 1 card from the top of your life face up and play 1 character with 6,000 power or less from your hand. So not only do you force your opponent to take a life, once she dies, you get to cheat out another body from your hand. Ridiculous. Really strong. 7 Dawns, you want to play Robin, which is on play, you may trash 1 card from the top of your life. If your leader is Strawhat, add 2 cards from the top of your deck to your life. And opponent turn on KO, you may deal 1 damage to your opponent. It's deal 1 damage, meaning if your opponent has 0 life and you deal 1 damage, they lose the game. This is your best play at 7 Dawns. This is your best play at 5 Dawns, sorry. And at 3, you usually want to play Girl or the Searcher to be able to find these combo pieces. Then you also have the Thriller Bark engine, which I'm running 3 Perona because I was missing a card. Usually they run 2, but I like the 3 of actually. It was pretty good. The only reason I see people running 2, 3, or 4 is just because the space of the deck is tight. Otherwise, I don't see what's wrong with playing more copies of Peronas. So 3 Peronas, 4 Hogbacks, 4 Kumasi, and 4 8-cost Gecko. Kumasi is very straightforward. It's just 2k counter. Trigger, play 1 Thriller Bark with a cost of 4 or less from your trash, rested. And usually these 2 are your targets. So that's Kumasi. We have Hogback. The trigger is exactly the same. Play 1 Thriller Bark with a cost of 4 or less from your trash, rested. On KO, Hogback is play a character with a cost of 4 or less with a trigger. So not only can you play out Perona, or even Hogback, and other than Hogback, right? Thriller Bark, other than Hogback. So you can play out Perona. You can play out Kikunojo. Kikunojo? Yeah, you can also play out Kikunojo. So those are two very good targets that you can cheat out with Hogback. You also have Perona, which is the trigger is exactly the same. Play a Thriller Bark with a cost of 4 less from your trash rested. On play on KO, you can freeze one of your opponents 6 cost or less. That character cannot attack. So that's really good. And the 8 cost Gecko, the trigger is slightly different. It's play a character with a cost of 4 or less from your trash. So these guys plays it out rested. The Thriller Barks. Let me focus on these. So the Thriller Barks plays them out rested. But this can play it out active. So not only can you target the Perona, the Hogback, the Kikunojo, you can also target Marco or Pudding if you really want to. But we'll get there. So Gecko Moria trigger is slightly better than the others because if you hit that on your last life and you have a Marco in your trash, Marco comes out and it's a blocker. So for the 8 cost Gecko, activate main. Select one Thriller Bark card from your trash, 4 cost or less, play it, or add it on top of your life. Both scenarios are good. You can either cheat out a Perona right away, freeze one of their bodies so they can't attack, or you can stack your top life and trigger one of the Thriller Bark's trigger effect and play out a Perona rested, which also freezes an attack. So both scenarios are good, just depends on the game state. I'm running one Nojiku. It's because I couldn't find a second one before the logos. So I was running one and I bumped Perona to 3. Usually list runs 2 Perona instead of 3. But since I couldn't find a second Nojiku in the time, I only ran 1. But I would run 2. There's a scenario that came up in one of my games, which was really powerful. So I had Nojiku. I played it out. I bounced their body back to their hand. And then I put in right away. Giving me the ability to reduce their hand size even more. Nojiku is on play if your leader is Nami. Return one character with a cost of 5 or less to your opponent's hand. So you can target a lot of bodies to return back. Whether it's in the mirror match or in the matchup, you can bounce the Nami back, you can back the Kikunojo back, or even a Thriller Bark. Pudding, standard. On play, your opponent has to shuffle their hand back to their deck and then draw 5. Pudding being a really stupid card, one of the most broken blue card. I want this card to be banned. 2 Marcos because it combos well with the 8 cost Gecko. It's a blocker. On KO, draw 2 cards. Very straightforward. It's just the fact that it combos well with Gecko is really nice. And also, to be able to draw 2 additional cards, why not? Then I ran 2 Kumas. I don't think the 2 Kumas are mandatory, but since I was rushing to build the deck, I decided to play 2. On play, you may trash 1 card from your hand, add 1 card from the top of your deck to your life. Then this character gains plus 2k for the rest of the turn. Until the end of your opponent's turn. During your opponent's turn, if this card is KO, add the top card of your deck to your life. So you heal 1 if it gets KO during your opponent's turn. Very straightforward. It's a 1k counter as well. It's a nice body, 6 cost, 7k body. And it heals you. We run 4 BB5, the one from the new binder collection, the AAs. It's a 2k counter. It's searchable off of the Nami event. This one, Will You Be My Servant? Because it looks for a 2 to 8 cost. And some of your other 2ks cannot be targeted by this. Like Kumasi, it's out of reach because it's a 1 cost. But BB5 trigger is if your leader is multicolor, Nami is multicolor, you get to draw 2. And it's a 2k counter. And also the fact that it's a 4 cost 5k body. Worst case scenario, you can cheat this out with Hogback because it's still a 5k power character that can swing, which is nice. We have 2 red rocks because there's some matchup like Ace that's really hard. The red rock helps to remove big bodies. 1 gravity blade because it's a good card. It bounced 2 6 cost or less to the bottom deck. And then we run 1 copy of If I Bow Down to Power, What's the Point in Living? Activate main, you may rest 1 Dawn. If you have 1 or less life, Your opponent cannot activate blocker whenever your leader attacks this turn. Counter, your leader gains plus 3,000 power this battle. So it's unblockable, which is nice. Very quick, like crash course of the game plan of the deck. Your 4 life leader usually want to counter out the first swing. Oh, sorry, let me scratch this back. Leader wants to go first most of the time. Your plan is to look for You Are My Servant, girl. Let me focus on this. So you want your searchers, which is the Nami searcher event, and then you want to find girl to have it set up on board. And then at 5 dawn, you want to play Nami to force your opponent to take 1 life back. And at 7 dawn, you want to play Robin. That's your perfect curve. Going first, at least. Afterwards, when your opponent swings at you the first life, you usually want to counter it because you usually don't have a trash setup, nor does your opponent has 3 life or less. So you don't want your first life to be Kikunojo or Thriller Barks and miss out on that trigger. So you usually counter out of the first swing until your opponent is at 3 life. So you would try to get to Nami as soon as possible, force them to take a life, hoping that they're at 3 life afterwards, so Kikunojo becomes life. And also, when they swing at you, you want to counter and discard a Perona or a Hogback. So at least you have a Thriller Bark set up in your trash. So that's the game plan for the early game. And during the late game, you just chain Robin or you chain 8-cost Gecko. Just like that powerful body that also heals you, which is insane. I guess that's pretty much straightforward. That's about it for the game plan of the deck. There's not much more, I guess, to tell. The deck plays itself, really. And there's a matchup that's really hard. Putting helps on those matchups, that's really hard. And yeah, the deck loses to Emo and Ace. Nothing much more to say. Hope you guys enjoyed the deck list. And peace.